Ooh. This is tap water from the kitchen sink, and I wait for the afterlife that I may have, if possible, if required, if needed, my own place to dwell that has its own water that I can bathe in and drink and cook with. All of it, all excellent water without need for filtration, without sewage. Yeah, there's no sewage treatment in the afterlife is what I'm looking for, just for myself. I'll be God deceased and have no genitals. Yeah, I won't have genitals, but I still want the water. Well, we'll see what happens. Maybe I am just fantasizing, but it is due to acknowledge that God is omnipresent, is very big. Now and in the future and in the afterlife. Okay, this is from the most recent delivery of food from the supermarket. And this is from a previous delivery. And I did not get more of these to go with what I'm about to do here. Okay, I'm going to show the inside of this. The fill line is down there somewhere. I'm going to say like somewhere around here or below, maybe here, inside there. Okay, and then I need to open this one, and it has just foil on the top as a safety seal and to keep inside its contents. Okay, this is what's in here. The filling, it's full until about down here. If you look inside. Okay, so now I am going to, if I pour this into this container, the way that I can shake it up is by replacing this top on here, and it doesn't reseal. It just sits on top like this, and it won't stay on again, like refasten itself. It comes right off. I want to mix some of these yogurts together, but I need to drink a little out of here first, but I don't want to. Okay, now it's not really for shaking because I've filled up the yogurt all the way till the top pretty much. So I can shake it, but it won't have much space to shake around and mix with everything throughout the container here. And I haven't used my mouth to drink anything yet. It's just for taste here. I just want this to taste good, and it doesn't know me. It won't actually just mix up because I am myself. I have to shake it. It doesn't know me, and that's you being in the public. I don't actually afford that there's such a thing as public. If you're not myself and you see you are yourself, you go immediately into jail and prison because you are yourself. And I don't have this problem at my age. Well, I'm out of what it is to be food dependent. Now I'm just plain angry. And I don't want to be here, and you're wasting my time to myself. And that's what you used to say to me when you were cry wolfing somebody else and you didn't want the time anyway. You just don't want someone to talk to you about yourself because you don't have a self to yourself. You don't have an I to yourself or a me to yourself. You don't say I am myself. You don't say me to yourself, with yourself, to yourself, because you belong in a prison to cry in a mortuary and you are avoiding it. Joellen Myroff, Donna Y. Moser, mom, Cheryl Moser, Cheryl with an S, Cheryl Odesky with pregnancy. If she says she was pregnant, because I won't testify she was pregnant, that would be Cheryl Odesky needing to say she's pregnant with herself, if that's true, somewhere to herself, somewhere in the past. And Ann Denise Harlumbus, you're also a cry wolf. You made a pregnancy, a baby, and then you told everybody that the baby's name was Libby, and the baby didn't name itself because it doesn't belong in the Moser keys. You didn't leave with your baby. You're a cry wolf that doesn't know how to go to jail and prison with a pregnancy. And if you still want the baby in the prison and you have labor in the prison, you can maybe keep it or not. The prison is going to fight with you over that baby. So who has a pregnancy and wants to keep their baby in public? Do you know how much leverage that is to keep a baby from a pregnancy in public? Because you're a permanent cry if you're pregnant. And if you have the baby and name it and keep it, you are crying yourself, but you are telling everyone where you are, and then you don't cry that way. And that is enormously damaging to God deceased everywhere he is in public. You have passersby who don't know who you are or where you're from, and they pass by you and make sure that they're in public the way public is formed, but you're not doing the public, and they're supposed to identify you and put you in jail and prison, but they don't, because there are so many of you. I know too many pregnancies myself. I feared myself that I was pregnant, and I bought a pregnancy test at the 99-cent store at Charleston and Maryland Parkway in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I don't want to tell you that the pregnancy test was negative because I did not survive itself. I am right here deceased, and I will be deceased out of the order. I will be deceased out of formed being female genitals on the Godhead because I did not pass the pregnancy test, although the test stick itself did read negative. It was a negative test. Yes, but I'm right here. I did not survive. That means I don't have evidence of an illegal pregnancy showing like where it would be a baby inside myself. I don't have that, but I did not survive. That means I did die the wrong way. And I have the pregnancy test question that I went to the store, that I paid for a pregnancy test, that I urinated on the test strip and I waited for a result and it was all negative, but I'm saying right here that I died the wrong way, that I ever had to take a pregnancy test to myself. And nobody gave it to me. I went there and paid for it myself. I didn't even use the money to buy a candy bar. I think the candy bar costs more than $1. I got the pregnancy test for $1. I've been long and far since then. Yep, I did a lot of things to save myself since I took a pregnancy test. That would have been uh, maybe year 2003 or 2004. I know where I was. I was in apartment 36 of Ogden Pines Apartments building. It has management at Stewart Pines Apartments that was charging rent for Ogden Pines. Building has an office deceased, and Stewart Pines was charging rent for Ogden Pines. So that's where I was at the time of the pregnancy test. I just raised the rent and the collectors of the rent. If you are making a corporation out of collecting rent and you embezzled the money and spread it around payroll, I'm not going to help you with that because I'm deceased right here with a pregnancy test that I cannot confirm is positive because I am not myself spreading around the rent money through a payroll. I don't receive payroll and I don't write payroll checks. No, I don't actually have office keys at all for payroll. Never. I've never had an office key in my life. Nope, 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 nope. I don't pay payroll that way. Okay. Wow.